Hey, world builders, welcome back to Build Together. This is day 269. Today's prompt is, no matter what we build, there's always an opportunity for harm to befall someone. When someone gets sick or injured, what are their options for treatment? How are these options viewed by society? And this comes from Curio Heart v3.5 RC4 in the Discord. So even after closing in on 300 prompts, every now and then someone will create a prompt and I'll realize like, whoa, I'm missing this really interesting big chunk of general society that most histories would cover in some way. And for this one, it was just Attovian medicine. I have some back of the head thoughts about a lot of this, but I finally got some of this written down. And the brunt of a lot of what I discuss here is this weirdness of the fact that the number of actual trained physicians and surgeons and people that are capable of mundane forms of medicine has stayed almost a constant number compared to the population. So that means that the percentage of people that are capable of this has dropped in relation to a growing population of Atovia. Now, this correlates well and likely also is causally connected to the fact that the Church of Hormuz has spread as one of the primary religions of the continent, and with that spread, they have placed a Church of Hormuz in many, many cities. There are hundreds of these temples, and a temple must be run by a sundered priest, and the vast majority of sundered priests are all capable of Tikkun workings, which is the field of meta work that involves healing. Now, a temple of the Church of Hormuz won't heal just anyone necessarily, but they are quite lax on this, and it is for free. And so the need for a well trained, mundane physician or surgeon is very rare. And in fact, it usually only comes about when you live in a very small village or farming town that simply doesn't have the privilege of having a sundered priest, or perhaps their sundered priest doesn't know a tikkun working. There's actually one place you can be educated in this pursuit, and that is in Zyklest University, because the Zyklister Empire doesn't like the fact that they have to rely on workers, especially generally religious workers, to keep their population safe. And so they invest a lot of money in training up what they call medicators in the medicator program, and they send them out and they subsidize them to go to smaller towns that would not normally be able to pay them an adequate fee to basically protect low population, high output communities such as farms. But there's still this awkward place that these people exist in. Physicians and surgeons are useful and beloved by the people who they take care of, but they could be made obsolete at a moment's notice. If a Church of Hormuz temple gets built in their town, then you just aren't needed anymore. When someone gets sick or injured, what are their options for treatment? In your world, how are these options viewed by society? Thanks for building together.